It's because I'm gay. I don't like a lot of gay people. That has been a problem of mine. My boyfriend is gay.
Yes, we are. Yes, we are.
I don't look at the other side.
GoProing.
I sell these bags.
Did you get a picture of people just
I sell these bags. This year selling bags. I've made €5,000 for the homeless.
I see people walking around with these like
all over
selling beers with them, and they're like, they don't know who the fuck.
That is so
As I said to John,
There's somebody in it, they're like, I'm not fucking Chomachino trying to leave.
they have no idea what they've got it. John said to me in the clubhouse, he said to me, oh, you know, if you want to run a show powered by Jameson's, I was like, Traumedy powered by Jameson's. A show about drug addiction powered by a whiskey company, that's what we need.
That's exactly.
I got shows in
Exactly the
February.
level of irony that you want.
That's what you want. I'll see you soon, man. Good to see you, like,
lovely to meet you.
What's your name?
Colman.
Colman. You're on after this. Oh no.
No, I'm in the way.
I forgot to give it. I have a show in February. Please come. Yeah, I do. It's my award. It's my award-winning show.
This is so nice.
One other people like depends on this show. Traumedy just won Best Show 2025. Yeah, come along. We're recording.
Should I give to people?
What? I did it. I worked out a room. I was like that. Sorry, babes. Yeah, come and see my show. I've got 3 weddings to pay for. No.
You're so
See you soon.
Oh, you were great. Thank you so much.
You don't have to.
We're filming. I'm sorry. I need to get to bed. Hey, how are you? That was so fun.
I'm good.
That was really fun.
Film myself and Iain to and from gigs.
I'll give you my business card.
Have you got a business card?
Of course.
Card. I'll give you my business card. I can't do the accent here. I'll give you my business card. Is this for the?
Wow.
Oh, well, that's a good one. Why does it say hack comedian?
Does it say hack?
Yeah, it does. He's trying to stop people coming to his shows. Hack.
Programming hack?
Yeah, that's what I would have thought, yeah. It's very nice though. I'll put it in my wallet. And
The QR code doesn't do anything yet, but it will.
it will. Bye, Pet. Bye. Love other people like their life depends on it. Look at that. This is a quality door handle.
So we're recording.
Have a good night.
Good night.
Night.
All right. Is this the side you want?
Yeah, the arm's got to rest.
Oh, the arms. The arm.
The arm.
All right. Leo is asking, he doesn't have a fucking clue. Look, me and Colman are filming for the podcast. I've told you this. I'm on my way home.
Your set was great.
Oh, did you like it?
Yeah. I'd heard you okay if we chat a little? I'll try not to give any punchline away.
Oh no, there's not. All of that's going to be online eventually.
Yeah, but it might not be online by the time this goes.
Oh, who cares?
The bit about Grindr.
Well, that's funny, isn't it?
That's so good. Like, if men didn't have to worry about women's, if men had to design an app not worried about women's feelings, they
made Grindr, yeah.
That's so good.
And I do like this. I do this bit about it because of like male changing rooms, right? So only in a gym would people cruise changing rooms. Like there's always guys having sex in showers with other guys in gyms. Like it's a thing, right?
Oh, like in what? In a gay gym?
No, just the gym. And I'm telling you, it's happening in Dublin, right? It's happening like gay guys, and that's like that's 2 things, right? It's a male energy to think that I've got the balls to fucking get away with this, and it's a gay sluttiness that cannot be replicated in any other part of humanity. And it's like, whenever I say that to people, they're like, is it a gay specific gym?
No, hold that for a sec.
We have. I'm doing my own stunts now. Look, I'm doing my own stunts. I was like, we have saunas, we have places who do that, but it's like that would only happen in a guy's changing room. And I was in the gym right one day, and this is how I tell on stage. So I was at the gym, and I always shower at home rather than shower at the gym because I don't want to get raped. Because I know men. And I was like, sometimes I go to bed with my boyfriend, and at 3 in the morning I wake up and I'm being furiously fingered by myself. So I don't shower it.
Do you get a laugh at furiously fingered, and then by myself just crushes the room?
Kills them. They'll start fingering themselves. So then like, I was like, so this guy's wanking at me, starts wanking at me from the shower cubicle. This really happened. And the way I tell on stage is like, so my first thought is, well, you're 40s and you've still got it. And the second thing, I turned around to the guy and says, I'll kick your cock off and take it down to reception, have your membership revoked. And I walk out. Next day I'm in there with my boyfriend at the gym, and I said, you're never going to guess what happened to me in here yesterday. I says, this guy was just wanking at me in the shower, and he says, well, you've still got it. No. No, he said to me, this is God's honest truth, he went, was it a bald guy? And I went, yeah, and he went, oh, he does that all the time. And I'm like,
why aren't you scared?
That's kind of the point. And this happened around the time of the Pellicott trial, you know, the woman who was like drugged and raped by her husband for years. And it's like, all these men, none of them grassed each other in, right? No man turned around and went, this guy on the internet tried to get me to have sex with his asleep wife. And that's my point, is this kind of like, there's this like, blokes definitely know that's going on in the corner of the gym, and nobody fucking says anything. Well,
oh, that's why two men can have sex in a gym, because they're like, guys are like, but there is
this is Vegas.
There is a guy kind of like, if it's nothing to do with me, it's
I'm not doing it.
Because it's like, well, who wants to get in trouble? Like, you're just like, oh, why would I bring this ire into my life?
And when, like, when I was in, who's this, Fabio? When I was in London, this guy was strutting about the gym at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, wearing like a full-on sex thong, like his arse hanging out and everything, and nobody even flinched. And it was like, can we all get our shit together? Like, do you know, sometimes they need to bring back shame and bullies. You know what I mean? At a point, it was useful. You know what I mean? Sometimes some people need their natural predator. So, so like, why was I getting on to this? So often when I talk about the grinder thing, there is like and I've had straight friends of mine say this, sure, it must be great because you can just sleep with who you want and like there's no strings attached and blah, blah, blah. But like, my point being that like, it's actually really hard to find someone who wants to just be with you as a gay guy, who wants to be with you.
Right, okay.
And I was like, to be as, you know, I thought we wanted to be as boring as straight people sometimes, and it's like, who doesn't want to be in an open relationship? No offense if that's what you want to do, but that wasn't what I was looking for, so it's really hard to find someone who wants to do that with you in Barcelona, because it's such a, it's just, men are sex mad.
And like, and even more so in Barcelona.
And the gays, I mean, it's like,
you're like, on some level, the fact that you found someone who's actually insane. You're like, because if these were like Venn diagrams, you picked like, okay, men,
gays,
Barcelona, it's like,
drugs,
Jesus,
cock.
who did, like, fuck me,
that's what they said.
Fuck me.
Professional comedians on the move. We're going to keep going up this way. So it's like, I think it's a bit like, it's when I do those jokes, it comes from a very real place of me being like, well, I actually think Grindr's probably the worst thing that ever happened to people's. It's great if you want to hook up, but it's meant that, you know, the instant access, even dating apps in general, like we're able to reject people before we get to know them, and it becomes so superficial and sexualized that, you know, if you grow old together, you better be interesting. Like I was saying this to you before, my favourite person to hang out with is my boyfriend. I just love sometimes we don't talk a lot all the time, but he comes with me, we travel together. We never get under each other's skin in a serious way. We just love being around each other. We're a proper team.
That's how I feel about my girlfriend.
That's how I feel about your girlfriend. We all feel like that about you, Victoria.
She actually might be the one editing this.
Oh, good. Well, cut that bit out.
But no, I know what you mean. But it's a lovely thing, though. Like, I don't know. As in to have someone like, because like for ages, I didn't have something like to come back and have. And like just coming home is fun.
This is a favourite restaurant of ours. It's a Filipino restaurant.
Los Hermanos.
Los Hermanos. Yeah, we eat here a lot. I think as well, like, we live in a world of like peak, Instagrammable, over the top experiences that actually, and again, like we were talking earlier on about me getting sober, my life is so extraordinary because it's so ordinary. Like, that's what's so extraordinary about it. Like, the things in my life that bring me joy are being able to buy anything I want from the supermarket whenever I want. Like, clean sheets.
You're like, if I want a pack of biscuits,
I can do it.
Here, oh fuck! I think that was the thing I wanted to ask you about. So, yeah, sorry. There was something about you saying that you visit these people that you used to like live on the street with.
Yes.
And can I ask? Sorry, that's what is that like? That moment when they see, like, what for them as well as for you? Like, you're like,
well, for them, I'm the same.
Right, okay.
I'm the same person. It's like, you know when you bump into someone you haven't seen since high school and you're like, you look exactly the same.
Yeah.
Now, if they're Irish or Scottish, they don't. We're not famous for aging like fine wines up in the north, right?
Yeah.
I was like, God, I remember you 3 chins ago. But there's people, we don't look the same, but like your essence is kind of the same.
Yeah.
And I think like for them, like I go out, I volunteer with a group here called Esperanza. And whenever I go out with new volunteers, they're always really confused by all the homeless people will come up and they're going, oh, Iain Wallace. They call me William Wallace. And they start hugging me and asking where my dog Rascal is. And they're just people. And that was one of the reasons why I wanted to do the show, was I wanted to rehumanize. For me, there's no difference. And for me, with people in general, there's no difference. And I don't just say that, I model that behaviour. And I think people say there's no difference, but they will exclude people based on a number of things. And though people are quite scared of homeless people, I remember it myself when I was homeless. One of my neighbours didn't look right through me in the street. She probably didn't realise it was me.
I guess we're like there's programming to be like,
because if they need help, then who else might need help? People are terrified. One day, someone might need to wipe your arse. And the attitude that people have towards homeless people, we're going up this way, is the same attitude people have to old people. They get impatient with them, do it yourself. Well, she has dementia, like, she's sick, you know what I mean? Like, telling a homeless person to get a job isn't groundbreaking information. Oh, she solved it. I never thought of that. You know, I do this joke in my show where I say, people always say, if I give a homeless person €2, they'll probably just spend it on drink or something. I'm like, do you want them to invest it in fucking crypto? You know what I mean? Like, what? We're going to go that way. Like,
down here?
Yeah, we're going to keep walking along. Just work their way up from the bottom. You know what I mean? Like, what did you like? And I think that's the thing. It's like people get really impatient with those that they help, and it comes from a place of fear. I'm helping an elderly friend of mine at the moment, and there's so many things she wants to do up here in her body. She's nearly 90. Her body isn't following. Her mind is not aging. She's getting a bit forgetful, but her body isn't following. She's frustrated at herself. So how would it be helpful for me to be pissed off at her for being slow or unreliable or not have any energy after lunch?
I feel like when I chat to you, sometimes I get, like, because right now I'm like getting reflective of my own behaviour when I get impatient with people.
I do it too, though.
Like, it's so, because you're so right.
But we all do it.
You're so right.
And the reason I'm able to talk about it is because I have done exactly that, right? What I don't get to do is, I'm not judging anyone for their behaviour. I'm someone whose whole life, well, drug life, all the lies I told, the stuff I did is in a show. And that's when we were talking earlier on about making mistakes. Every lesson that I've learned has been from absolutely fucking it up, to the point where I nearly lost my life. So, like, I also have days when I'm not the nicest partner. You know, I try and be patient. My partner is much kinder than me. And much more chirpy than me. He's a very positive.
You don't think that you're very positive?
But I have days where I'm like, I'm getting ready to go out and I'm like, I'm tired and I don't want to do it. And he's like, you're just excited. You know? He repeats my same bullshit to myself.
I said my Victoria. She said that.
Victoria.
She said something very similar to me lately. I was like, I'm really fussed. You're just excited.
You're just excited, yeah.
And it is, you do need your partner to kind of like.
And he also, like, little things, like I'll lose my shit over, like, emergencies for a split second, and he's
You
like,
lose your shit over what?
like, so I'll give you an example. Just before I went to Edinburgh for the Fringe in the summer there, our roof came in. Our bathroom, the bathroom upstairs flooded our bathroom. We'll go up here. Flooded.
The person that lives above you.
Yeah, flooded our bathroom. The whole roof came in.
Yeah.
We were in bed. We had this massive crash. And I was like that to Leo, oh my God, our whole roof's probably just come in. And he was going to come to the airport with me. And he didn't make a scene. He just let me sleep. And then when I got up in the morning, I was like, oh God, this roof. And he's like, I've got it. And he just started to clean everything up. And then he's like, you go to the airport, you've got the Fringe. I was like, yeah, but you're meant to be coming to the airport with me. And he's like, it's all right. I'll be here when you go home in 5 weeks, you know? And he's always very calm, practical, pulls out a mop. And I'm kind of like, who can we sue? You know, for like a second. And then I'm like, all right, we have to forgive the lady upstairs. She didn't do it on purpose, whatever.
It's so interesting that like
I have a moment.
The more you talk, the more I'm like, oh, I feel like we're quite similar actually.
Yeah.
Like, because yeah.
I don't lose it for long, but I lose it for a minute. I get really, something I've had to learn to control is my reactiveness. I mean, because I naturally have the ability to be quite mad. I get angry.
Yeah.
And I think when you're 6'2", you don't have the luxury of being a man who loses his temper. You just...
Yeah.
You can't do that. Even if people are like, I thought you were going to get violent. I know I wasn't going to get violent, but how would you know that? We'll go this way. How would you know that? So you have to, my grandmother said that to me a number of years ago. If you're a tall man, you don't get to be an angry man. You know? And it's true.
I remember my dad said to me something about, because my dad runs his own business and about getting frustrated with employees and stuff. Yeah. And he's talking about like an employee like kind of essentially giving out to my dad, right? Yeah. At some moment. And I was like, my dad said, the boss can never lose it. He goes, an employee can give out to me.
Yeah, but you can't.
He goes, but I can't.
Yeah.
He goes, I can like bring things up, but I can't explode at someone.
Yeah.
He goes, that's a problem if I do it. They do it, we can move on.
Yeah.
Like we can.
Yeah.
And
you can only blow up at your boss.
Yeah.
That's when my old boss, God bless him, he's an Irish guy.
I mean, not that anyone should be blowing up their boss, but he goes, if the boss blows up an employee, it's power. It's just an abuse. He goes, the boss can never. No. There's something.
Yeah, because people can't, like, I think as well that also goes for apologising. In my last job, I used to say sorry when I made mistakes. And I worked in an environment where nobody ever admitted they made a mistake. And someone pointed out to me that I was the only manager who ever admitted when he was wrong. And I said, well, people that don't have to apologise are the people that definitely should apologise, right?
You're right.
Because no one was ever going to make me say sorry. I mean, and that's the thing. I think like a part of it is, yes, saying sorry is one thing. As someone who said sorry a lot in his 20s and 30s before he got sober, but accountability is behaviour change, right? And accountability is behaviour change.
Yeah.
You don't get to say sorry and then just repeat yourself. You also need to change.
Like you're like, sorry, and I won't do it again.
Well, you don't promise that, you just do it. Because you can't promise that. Yeah. It's like when me and my partner moved in together, it was harder than I thought it was going to be, because kind of like you, Victoria, we were around each other all the time.
Yeah.
So when we actually moved in together, it wasn't that it was hard, it was more like, oh, we actually are equal in this flat together.
Yeah.
We're both on the lease. It wasn't like you're staying at mine, we're traveling together, we're in Airbnbs, and basically we're always there because I'm working, I'm on tour, right?
Yeah.
And so I came home and he'd just be buying stuff from IKEA and deciding where everyone was going, and I was like, wait a minute. So we had this thing where he was like, I'm going to buy the chopping board. I went, I want to buy the chopping board, right? And I made this huge deal out of it because I had this visual. And he was like, okay. And he put the chopping board back. He was in IKEA when he called me. And then the next thing, like 6 weeks later, I was on my way to the Edinburgh Festival. We still had no chopping board, right? And every time he mentioned that, I was like, I'm looking for what I want, right? And when I came back from Edinburgh, there was a chopping board, and I was like, do you know what, that's really nice. And it was more...
But he kind of knew you enough, like,
He's never going to do it.
And he also knew, like, Iain needs me.
He needs to think that I think I'd been so on my own for so long, like, lived on my own, independent, that actually I was just, like, making a big deal over nothing. And now we're moving again soon. And even with our wedding, like... whatever he wants. Do you know what I mean? Is the rule. Like, he can have whatever he wants. Like, if we go out and we've got a bit of money extra from ticket sales and he wants a pair of shoes, yes, you can have a pair of shoes. Like, we don't live a very large life, but we have a really happy life. And we have a beautiful, clean... Like, the other day when you guys were round, I said, oh yeah, they came round. He went, this house is a mess. I went... Sure it is. You know what I mean? Like, maybe by Filipino standards, he keeps our house clean, the laundry's done. I mean, he takes great care of me.
Yeah.
And like, you know, I was banging about a chopping board. It was a control thing.
Yeah.
So I apologise.
I want to make some fucking decisions.
I want to make some decisions. You aren't just marching here. You're the boss of me.
I love how he took it in his stead. He's like, I'll just put this down.
Yeah, because he knew it was never going to happen.
Yeah.
He was like...
But the fact, no, but even then he was like, cool. I don't know, in IKEA, he's like,
okay,
no problem.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, if that was me, which I guess is why you're a good pair, maybe myself and Victoria a good pair too. Maybe are a good pair. Now I'm conscious of you, but like no, as in if that was me, if I was him, I'd be like, oh fine, I'll put it down.
Yeah.
And then later I'd be like, you fucking told me to not get. And he's just like Victoria's the same. She's very easygoing. She's like great for me.
Like, we're moving again, and he's like, get grand designs, and he's like, you can have that room. I'm in charge of one room. But like at the end of the day, I travel a lot. While I'm away, he works 12-hour shifts. He's a nurse. He has a second job because he sends extra money home to his mum. And when I was in Edinburgh, because he had a 12-hour shift, he had to get up 30 minutes earlier than usual to get up and walk our dog. We only had one dog at the time.
Christ.
Now I'm going away for a week. He'll like have 3 dogs to walk in the morning. I usually, when I'm home, I always walk the dogs in the morning if he's working. So I said to him, you know, we can just pay for extra help or get someone to come in and, you know. So it's like, but his first response is just to take care of it. And he takes great care of me. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he takes great care.
Yeah. And it's what he loves to do. I'll be honest with you, when I first met him, and I've said this, so he won't mind me saying this, but like when I first met him, I found how kind he was extremely annoying. Like I thought he was being controlling because he'd come round to my flat, and when I would come out, I would go and get something. When I come back into the bedroom, all my laundry was folded, and it looks like a shop. Like And I was like, can you just leave? That laundry's dirty, why are you even folding it? Like, and he's like, so it isn't just sitting about all day, and then he'd rearrange. You come in the room and you knew something had moved, and he'd like lined up all my supplement bottles, like from biggest to smallest. Like, but then I went to Edinburgh in the summer there without him, and normally he's with me a lot.
So the place was just a fucking kip.
I came in, I opened the suitcase in this gorgeous flat in my friend's flat. Fucking shit everywhere. There was trousers in the living room and stuff in the bedroom, and I had stuff hanging in the kitchen, and it was like 25 minutes after I arrived, and I was like, oh my God, he's made me dependent on him. Like he's always in the background, like everything was exactly where I needed to be. You know what I mean? Like, I can't cope. Yeah. He's great.
Dependent on him. That's lovely. That's lovely.
So what else you want to hit?
I said, talk. Actually, here's something I always, how do you write? That's something I always want to ask someone.
Oh, I don't really write.
Well then how about this? Rather than, I think maybe the word write's here. How do you go from nothing to a show at the Edinburgh Fringe?
That's a great question. Do you know what it is? I struggled a lot to try and find how I could put stuff together, and for years I didn't do comedy because every time I tried to sit down and be funny on purpose, nothing came out.
Yeah.
I have to speak. So I, like tonight, some
write
voice record out like the stuff. There's a couple of bits in there, like the one about my engagement and stuff. That's all kind of new ideas. I get on stage. We're just going to straight along. I get on stage and I just talk and find out where the laughs are. I'll go and listen to that, and then I'll keep re-listening to them.
Yeah.
And then formulate them.
So that's like I do the same. So I would call that writing on stage.
Writing on stage.
As in like no. So I totally hear you. I'm the same. I'm like I'll go up with an idea, but ultimately. You have to try it on stage, like, okay, there, or like, that's what I'll lean into. Let me go next time. Yeah, okay. No, I it's always just curious, because like, everyone has a different...
like when you don't know how you feel until you speak?
Yeah.
And I realised, how am I so funny in person? And I couldn't write one joke. And I was in this writing class along with Ollie Bussell, who's an incredible joke writer, just an incredible human person.
Yeah.
And so... him and I ended up doing a split together, and I kind of taught him to be more relaxed, and he kind of taught me to be a bit more organised. But when I was doing my first one-man show, I knew I just wanted to get the story out, and because the story was so personal, I was like, call it storytelling, and if it's funny, it's funny. If it's not, it's not.
Yeah.
And then I realised, well, I'm a comedian, so the way I say it is always funny.
Yeah.
Right? And but the reason why it's funny has changed. Because I think years ago when I was telling my story, I would laugh at myself to stop you being upset for me. Like when I would mention I was homeless, I would make a joke of it so you'd be like, oh, he's all right. But now that I'm actually all right, I've done all the work around it. Because, about 4 or 5 years after I was homeless was when I really dealt with the trauma of it. And it was traumatizing. I wouldn't have said that at the time while it was happening, but years after I was like, oh, actually, I need to excavate this and find out what happened. Now when I tell it, I'm so okay with it that people can tell I'm not laughing at it. Like I'm not taking the piss out of the homeless. I'm not like jabbing at myself, but not making the joke. Like when somebody makes a joke about their weight before, you can sometimes tell like you're making that because you're uncomfortable. I think it's a bit like that. So people could tell I was laughing at kind of the absurdity of the situation rather than what happened. As you know yourself, Colman, from seeing it so many times. You'll be front row at my Netflix special. Yeah.
But genuinely, I must see the show, but your set, genuinely, like you blew the roof off the place.
Oh, thank you.
Like, it was great. You
have to work with what you're with. But you know what? Maybe a while back, even people talking to me used to really throw me, like in my first year.
Oh, your man?
Yeah.
Oh, but you you handled him so well. I was like, Jesus. Yeah. But you fucking what?
I knew he was up for it.
No, because he's a good laugher and he's a generous audience member.
Yeah.
And because I saw him, because he spoke in there's this guy who's come to a few gigs, but he's a good egg.
Yeah.
So but Iain shut him down.
When I wrote this, you were not in it.
Yeah, and that was only one of the things you said to him. You said 2 or 3 more, because then you're on about because he was based in Dubai, and you were like on about getting married. You're like that's illegal. They would have stoned me, and stoned me where you're from. So it's just like Jesus.
It's funny because it's traumatic.
It's funny because it's traumatic.
Yeah, no, he was a great laugh. But again,
he was good fun.
The audience were a good energy, and I went on stage feeling like I just want to have a good time. So, and again, once you've got an arsenal of like material, you can always pivot. You can't do that when you're new. You've got nothing to pivot to. You get your 5 minutes or nothing.
Do you know the only part of your set I was ever so slightly disappointed with is that you didn't actually share the story of because you opened being like, do you want to hear how we got engaged?
Yeah.
And in the moment when you're about to engage, you make a joke about what you said in his language.
Yeah.
But you never go back to the engagement story.
Yeah,
and I was like, I'm actually invested. I'll
go back to that.
I was like,
thank you, that's a good note.
I was like, it was all funny. Like, it was all funny because you then shifted to like, because then you started talking about Grindr, and that was hilarious. Yeah. But I was also like, but tell me what happened.
What did happen? He said no.
Yeah. Because I remember I was like, I was like, there was like an unclosed loop.
I did a bit where, no, that's a good point actually, I'll go back and fix that because it's a new joke.
But I don't know, what part of that is the new part then?
The whole joke's new because I just got engaged.
But the grinder part of new?
Oh, the grinder's half new, it's half baked.
Yeah.
It's like an old joke I'm
Yeah.
purposing at the moment. Yeah.
But all of that stuff. But yeah, there was a little. I was like, because I feel like you grabbed the audience, including myself, by the scruff of the neck, and you just like.
I should do. Yeah, no, I should.
In a
finish
great way.
that.
I was like.
I'm like, he said yes, but like, and also the box lit up. It is actually it was a gay ring box. But when I told the story the other day, I says, and I pulled out the ring, white gold, 14 karat, no bullshit. And he said, do you want me to clean that? Like, yeah, white gold is very difficult to keep clean. I've given him a ring and a Rubik's Cube. But yeah, no, and I think as well, I love telling funny stories that are happy stories.
Yeah.
Like in general, my stories are pretty like upbeat, even when I'm, I'm talking about disaster. I tell a story in my club sets about when I had crabs. Like 3 times in one summer when I first moved here. And I couldn't stop catching crabs. It was mad. And but it's still upbeat. It's not like I don't call myself a dirty whore. I call myself a legend. I mean, for catching them. I say I must have been a great host, and they were giving me good reviews on TripAdvisor. Like, why do the crabs keep coming back? Yeah. So it was a really good night, wasn't it? The audience were class.
It was a fun show. Yeah. No.
But it was funny when you walked in because the guy who ran, are you on?
But what's weird is actually
the problem with being a comedian is you can't actually go and just watch comedy.
Yeah. But also, like, if you're a comedian, like, why the fuck would you unless you're on, you know what I mean? But actually, I got asked before, they're like, oh, do you want to jump on for a few minutes because someone dropped out, but then they showed up, and I was like, no, we'll head away. I felt like, cause I like these kind of nights, maybe at some point I might, if I do an episode, try and jump on to report, but it's nice to kind of have my energy and my focus to kind of almost all
on your one job.
Yeah, exactly.
He's got one job.
Like, not split focus.
I think, like, because I'm about to start traveling again, like, I wanted to get back on stage. Just not that I feel rusty. I mean, I haven't done my show in 3 months. No, November, December, January, so 2.5 months.
Up here.
And so I'll need to, not that I forget it, but the problem with being someone who doesn't script is I sometimes need to just go back and make sure I don't miss a couple of jokes. I mean, I performed it
do you
100 and something times,
Will you listen back to the show a few times before you perform it? Do you listen back to each show, the previous show, before you perform the next one or anything like that?
I used to when I first started, but then when you do Edinburgh...
Oh, yeah. It's impossible.
And when I was on tour, I did my show 5 times in 6 days in 3 countries in May. I was just on planes.
Yeah.
Amsterdam, I went Amsterdam, Rotterdam. Like, it was just like, the funniest thing happened. I used to think when people said this, it was a lie. Like, I had friends who were like air hostesses and stuff that said this. But like, I was in Berlin on the phone, and I was saying to my friend, I was on the phone with my friend Fabio, I says, oh yeah, I'm just in Amsterdam. And this guy said to me, do you know you're in Berlin? And I was like, oh, do you want to come and see my show? Like,
yeah.
It was so wild, and I was like, God, I'm just jumping on planes, staying in flats, leaving again. You don't see anything. And I think that's the thing about touring as a comedian as well. Like, when it becomes your job, like any job, I mean, I'm very lonely a lot of the time. It's very lonely. Doing comedy Edinburgh can feel lonely, and you're surrounded by thousands of people, and you're just standing there. You sometimes would go 4 days where you don't have a proper chat with someone. Do you get what I mean? Edinburgh?
No, Edinburgh for me isn't. Like, because myself and John would flyer together, so every day there's and so it becomes part of the routine. We're going right here.
That's my door.
Oh, we're here. Oh, fuck.
We're already
All
here.
right, so this is goodbye.
I feel like I want to get, I need to get a video story for the gram, shall I? So I've just been filming with Colman. What we've been doing?
We've been recording for Going Places.
Yeah.
Which will be out in a few weeks of us chatting.
I didn't hit record.
Did you not hit record there? Are you sure?
I'm just here with Colman and I forgot to hit record. He's recording Going Places.
Recording for Going Places.
That's in my front door. That's where I live, everyone. Come and stalk me. He couldn't find any brilliant comedians who've actually got somewhere. So
I ran out of everyone else, so then I asked Iain.
He owes me a favour. Oh, that was great.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
That was great.
Thank you so much. I very much appreciate it.
Oh, I loved it. Do you want your mic?